What's up, guys? Welcome to the video, and you're watching Westville Weekly. Alright, I'm back. Guess what? No stolen cars! No stolen cars! No stolen cars! No stolen cars! No stolen cars, Westville. Awesome. I'll shout it to the world. No stolen cars this past week. Great job. Awesome. That means that you're listening. Alright, but now let's get to the crime. First thing I want to talk about is a robbery. Happened at 1312 Whaley Avenue. That's Metro PCS. Black male walks in. He has an N95 mask covering his face, and he pretends that he's shopping. Store clerk walks up to him, tries to give him a hand. That's when he tells the store clerk, get behind the counter, demands money. While he has the store clerk behind the counter, another customer walks into the store. Oblivious to knowing what's happening, the customer continues to shop and then eventually leaves. Kind of crazy. You may have been in that situation before and not have even known it. Little crazy. So after that person leaves, the robber brandishes a firearm, shows a firearm in his waistband, and taken was $3,500 out of that register, and our detectives are on that case now. So hopefully we get a good turnout. I have some video, and here's the video. Okay, if you look here, you can see the customer leaving the store. And then that's when our perpetrator goes behind the counter and grabs a bag that was filled with the cash. And when he's about to leave, he lifts up his sweatshirt to show the firearm. He does it so slightly, but that's what we believe when it was shown. And then you'll catch a little video of him running outside. But that's basically all we have to go off of for that robbery. But our detectives are on the case, so hopefully we get something good that comes out of that, all right? Moving on. Next incident was a shooting on Level Street. Our victim was walking on Level Street when he sees a dark-colored Dodge Charger drive up. Charger circles the block and comes back around. Our victim believes that he knew someone in the vehicle, so he waves at the people in the vehicle. Little did he know he was about to get shot. Rounds started ringing out. He thought that the vehicle was shooting at someone else. Then he realized he was shot. He was shot in the wrist through and through, non-life-threatening injuries. Short time later, Hamden spots a similar vehicle in their town. They pursue the vehicle crashes. We ended up picking up 3 people out of that vehicle. 1 was arrested from us, and we think the vehicles are related. So hopefully we can coordinate that together and get a good turnout from that. Arrested during that incident was a Gisela Villanueva. She wasn't arrested for the shooting, but she did have an active felony warrant. So we pinched her on that. Hopefully we get more information and we're able to solve this. We don't think that this shooting was related to the victim who was shot. Just seems like he was a passerby, maybe a mistaken identity, and then that's when he was shot. No need to worry. We don't have people driving around shooting people at random. So again, we want to leave it on a high note. If you remember, a few weeks back, a gun was stolen out of a car on Ramsdale Street. We believe we recovered that gun, or we did recover that gun. We ended up seeing a stolen car. People flee from the car, run into a house on East Ramsdale or an apartment on East Ramsdale, and then we end up making the pinch. One of the teenagers tries to stick the gun out of the window and pass it off to another teenager, and that's when we're able to grab them. Because they're teenagers, I can't show any of the video or any of the photos or mug shots, but we know that we got that gun back and we got it off the street. So kudos to my cops in Westville for getting a gun off the street. It's time for some Q&A. So several people reached out and said, where can they get PPE? And if you don't know what PPE is, PPE stands for personal protective equipment. That means gloves, face masks, eyewear, things of that nature, gowns, all medical protection equipment. Now, where can you secure it? It's very hard at this point. Supplies are limited. People are trying to make as much as they can, but still supplies are limited. But we could follow what the Surgeon General said. Just make your own type of mask, whether it be a bandana, whether it be a mask of cloth, and you secured it with some rubber bands. You could just make it at home. So that's where you can get some of your equipment. I know my father-in-law bought like several hundred masks online at Walmart, and they have yet to arrive, so we'll see when those arrive. A lot of people reached out, well, what if people are not complying, wearing their PPE? What if people are not practicing social distancing? And what if people are hanging out together, this, that, and the third? We are getting a lot of calls to the police department in regards to that, saying that people are hanging out here, people are playing here, people are working on things here, they're not practicing social distancing. Unfortunately, there's not much that we can do in the department as of right now. That may change tomorrow, that may change a week from now. The most thing that we have been doing is playing the mayor's message.
May I have your attention? This is an important message from Mayor Justin Elicker and the City of New Haven Health Department. To keep all residents protected against COVID-19, please stay home. Only leave for important matters. Wash your hands frequently with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Always cover your cough. Avoid touching your face, eyes, or mouth. Practice social distancing of at least 6 feet. Do not gather in groups of more than 10 people. With your cooperation, we will get through this. Thank you.
Now there's more to the message. He goes on to speak it in Spanish. Kudos on his job speaking Spanish. But that's all that we've been doing at this point. We may be given orders in the future to do something different, but we're not issuing any tickets. We're not arresting people. We're not doing anything like that. The only thing I could do is encourage you, the viewer, is to practice these best practices yourself, right? Do the social distancing. Wear face cover. Do all the stuff that you know that is right. And if other people are not doing it, just as long as you are, hopefully you'll eventually catch on. We're trying to prevent the spread. We're trying to prevent these things from happening. It's just unfortunate that some other people really don't care. It's just a society that we live in. And as long as you are doing your part, feel happy that you're doing your part. And that about wraps it up. I'll see you next week. Continue with the questions, good questions. Remember, like the video, smash the thumbs up, subscribe. I ran into people on the street who said, hey, I haven't seen your video in a while. Well, you got to subscribe. Pass this information along. And it was good talking to you. I'll see you next week. Peace.